evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 Heartland Rural Electric Cooperative Annual Meeting of the Members. I am Ernie Troth, President of the Heartland Board of Directors. To begin tonight's meeting, we've invited one of our member service technicians, Tony Gray, to give the invocation, and then we will follow with our national anthem. Thank you. There are 194 members of the Heartland Rural Electric Cooperative registered for the meeting. We have a quorum. I will therefore call this meeting to order. First, I will entertain a motion to dispense with the reading of the notice of the meeting and the proof of mailing. Would someone make that motion?
So moved.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded to dispense with the reading. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Second, I will entertain a motion to approve of the minutes of last year's annual meeting as printed in the annual report. Do I have that motion?
So moved. Seconded.
Motion's been made and seconded to have a motion to approve last year's meeting minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. On behalf of my fellow board members and all employees of Heartland, I want to express our appreciation for each of you tuning in to this broadcast of our 2023 annual meeting. As a cooperative that reaches 11 counties, it can be challenged to ensure equal opportunities for participation. We hope that by providing 3 locations for drive-through registration, more of our members from different parts of our service area were able to take part. Tonight, we will hear reports from our CEO, our Director of Finance, and our Youth Leadership Council delegate, Landry George. First, I'd like to introduce our board. I am Ernie Troth, Board President from District 1. Dean David, Board Vice President from District 3. Larry Lindberg, Board Secretary from District 2, Sue Stainbrook from District 1, H.H. Stockbrand from District 2, Ronald Taylor from District 3, Steve McFarland from District 4, and Tyler Jackman from District 4. Our first presentation for the evening is from Landry George, a high school senior from Pleasanton. While attending the Kansas Electric Youth Conference last summer in Topeka as Heartland-sponsored student, Landry was selected by her peers to serve as Youth Leadership Council delegate representing the state of Kansas. She recently attended the NRECA Power X Exchange conference in Nashville and would like to share a little bit about her experience.
I'm really sad my time with Heartland and the youth tour is kind of coming to an end, but I'm really excited for the future of the program and to apply back to be a blue shirt for YLC in a few years. So I was selected through Heartland to go to the Kansas Youth Leadership Conference, and my application included things like my volunteer work, my services, extracurricular activities within school, but it also included an essay over which cooperative principle I thought was the most important. For my essay, I chose cooperation among cooperatives, and I think it's really cool because that was my biggest takeaway from YLC. I learned so much attending that national meeting, but I truly learned the most from the other peers around me. All 30 of us were split into 4 groups, and we just had to learn how to work together. We were all so different. I come from a small town with 30 kids in my class, and there was other people from the beaches of Alabama who had like 2,000 kids in their class. It was just a big culture shock within all of us. In my essay, I wrote about which principle was the most important in my mind, but I also wrote that my one didn't discredit the other 6. And I felt like that was the most important thing. Because on YLC, there was things that I didn't know or traits that I didn't have, but the people around me did, and I learned from them, and it went vice versa. Not only do cooperatives go to this meeting and learn from others on how to better their business and their cooperative and stuff, but the youth and the people go, and we learn how to not only better our business, but better ourselves. And I think all this kind of changes my opinion on the essay I wrote back when applying. And I think concern for the community is now my new favorite principle because Heartland has given me so many opportunities to better myself, whether that's for school or my future career, all of this. I cannot say thank you enough to Heartland, to the board, to Mark Scheibe, to Doug, who has dealt with me several texts and emails, and to everybody who's had to watch 20 million videos. I cannot recommend YLC or youth tour enough. I've met so many friends, made so many memories, so many experiences that I don't think I'll ever relive. I did not want to come home from Nashville, and I'm just really excited for the next YLC. I actually just wrote my letter to them, and I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Landry, for being a great representative of Heartland and our state. And I also would like to congratulate another outstanding student in our lines, Paola High School junior Haley Hines, as being selected to attend the youth tour this summer. I will now move on to my report. As president of the board of directors of Heartland Rural Electric Cooperative, I want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude for the trust that you as members have placed in our organization. Your continued support allows us to fulfill our mission of providing safe and reliable electric service at reasonable cost. Our electric cooperative was founded for a very specific reason: to provide electricity to rural communities that were being overlooked by investor-owned utilities. Back in the 30s, when our predecessor cooperatives were established, electricity was only available in urban areas, leaving rural communities in the dark. Our founders believed that everyone, no matter where they lived, deserved access to this essential resource. They banded together and formed cooperatives with the goal of bringing electricity to every home and farm in the service territory. As a cooperative, we are different from investor-owned utilities in many ways. One of the most significant differences is that we are owned and controlled by our members, which means that you have a say-so in how we operate. Instead of being a customer for a profit company that answers to its shareholders, you are a member of your community-focused organization that answers to you. This structure also means that any profits we make are reinvested in our operations or returned to you, our members, in the form of capital credits. By comparison, investor-owned utilities are typically required to maximize profits for their shareholders, often at the expense of their customers. This difference in focus means that we can prioritize investments that benefit our members and our community, rather than just our bottom line. Another benefit of being a cooperative is our commitment to our community. Our members are not just customers. They are our neighbors, our friends, and fellow community members. As a result, we have a vested interest in the success and well-being of the communities we serve. We are committed to providing the reliable service to all of our members, regardless of where they live, and to invest in our infrastructure to ensure that our communities have the resources they need to thrive. You can see this commitment in our ongoing grant programs, such as Concern for Community and Operation Roundup, our longstanding support of county fairs, sponsors of high school students to visit Washington, D.C. as part of their youth tour program, and many other smaller donations to community events and cases throughout the year. Finally, our cooperative structure allows us to be more responsive to the needs of our members because we own and are controlled by our members. We are able to understand and respond to the unique needs and challenges of our communities. We also have a direct line of communication with our members, which means that we can work together to identify and address issues in a timely and effective manner. It is my hope that you truly feel as though you are a member rather than simply a customer. Thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to working together to build a brighter future for Eastern Kansas. I will now turn it over to Larissa Bowman for our financial report.
For 2022. Our electric revenues were $26,832,336. Cost of power were $16,133,097. Operating costs were $10,699,239. And our non-operating margins were $1,069,851. For a total net margin of $1,680,566. Overall this year, we had a 3.03% growth in our kilowatt hour sales and a 3-year average of 6.26%. As for property taxes, we spent $788,624 in 2002. This was a decrease from last year of 1.25% and a decrease of 2.3% for our overall 3-year average. This year, we did a general retirement to all of our members. We did a total retirement of 544,180. 9,335 checks were issued with an average amount of $58.30. Heartland's financial records are audited each year by an independent auditing firm. This year, Briscoe, Burke, and Grigsby out of Tulsa, Oklahoma has done the audit. The board then reviews the audit with the auditing firm. For more information on our financials, please review the financials and the heartbeat that you should have received in March. Appreciate your time and have a great evening. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Scheibe, the CEO of Heartland. I recently had someone ask the question, do you know where we're going? I'm glad to be able to say the answer is yes. Not only do we know where we're going, but we have a plan on how we're going to get there. You've heard me speak many times about the reliability of the system, and that usually means things like replacing old poles and wires, trimming trees, or patrolling the system for things that might cause problems if they're not addressed. But our focus on reliability goes beyond keeping our electric grid in good condition. We're trying to solve problems proactively, so you don't even have to think about them. Over the last 5 years, we've placed a lot of focus on making better use of technology to help us become more efficient in the way we do work every day. This is true for both Heartland Rural Electric Cooperative and for our subsidiary Heartland Propane. We've moved a lot of processes that used to be stuck on paper over to the computer or iPad. We've rebuilt our websites from scratch, and we've found new ways for our members to interact with us quickly and easily online if that's your preference. But let's dream a little bigger. What if any time there was an outage, our systems could detect it immediately and send information to our line crews to help them know where to start looking for the cause of the outage? That would surely decrease the length of time our members would be out of power. Or how about if your propane tank had a way of remotely telling our office you were getting low? Then our system could automatically put you on the schedule for delivery. These aren't just hypothetical questions, but they're things we are actively working on and in some cases already have in place. Our goal is to increase our reliability by adding the right technology in the right places at the right time, and we're just getting started. It takes everyone working together to accomplish their part to help us move together in the right direction. The board of directors have set the strategic direction. The Heartland leadership team has developed a plan to track what needs to be done each quarter to make tangible progress, and the dedicated and talented employees of your cooperative are executing the plan. Please help me thank the Heartland employees and board of directors for their continued dedication to working hard for the membership and for their dedication to safety. As we move further into 2023, we look forward to sharing more about the work we are doing to accomplish our goals of better leveraging our people and our resources to power your rural lifestyles. Thank you for your continued engagement with your cooperative.
Thank you to Larissa and Mark for sharing their reports. I will now move on to the election results. In 2023, we had 2 terms expiring on our board of directors, one in District 2 and one in District 3. No members chose to run against the incumbents. This means both of our incumbents will return for 3-year terms. Those returning include Larry Lindberg on District 2 and Dean David in District 3. Moving on, do we have any unfinished business? Is there any new business? Hearing none, we will continue. Prize drawings will be held after the meeting and announced on our Facebook page and on our website, as well as on the next issue of Heartbeat. Winners will be contacted this week. Prizes include a total of $1,000 in cash. 14 people will receive $50 cash prizes, with 3 people receiving $100 in cash. Thank you to KEPCO and KSI for our additional prizes, including bill credits and a Blue Driver Pro Scan tool. Thank you all for taking the time to part of the annual meeting of the members. This concludes the meeting. For those of you who voted on the proposed changes to Heartland's bylaws, we will announce the winners in the next issue of the Heartland newsletter, which will arrive in early May. Thank you for all watching, and good night.